In this video, I'm going to do yoga for overthinkers. If your mind's racing all the time, whether you're at home or whether you're at work, and you cannot control your thought pattern just racing off without you, this video is for you. Welcome to my channel. I'm May, and this is Yoga with May. Let's get to our mat. We will begin in a reclined butterfly pose. So make sure that you have something comfortable to lay down on. Hopefully a mat. If not, a carpet or anything except something that's too soft like a couch or a bed. So you're going to bring your feet together and you're going to take the knees wide and your arms resting alongside you, and then gently closing your eyes, and you can draw your chin towards your chest so that you feel the length being created in the back of the neck. And you can walk your shoulders one step down towards your hips, just creating a tiny lift in the chest, and see if you can flatten into the lower back. And then once you are settled and you're able to relax into the knees and the hips, just become aware of the space around you, your environment that you are in, feeling the temperature of the air, whether there is movement in the air or not. Maybe you can feel heat or cool. And maybe there are sounds in your environment that you can hear near and far. And just creating an awareness of all the sounds around you. Focusing your attention on your environment. So not trying to understand it. So if you hear a sound, not being like, oh, that's this, that's, don't put a name to it. Just allow yourself to observe sound, observe temperature, without judgment, without creating a narrative around what you feel, what you hear. Maybe you can feel your hips calling out to you, feeling a nice deep stretch running through the hips. We'll just stay here for 3 more breaths. So expand your breath into your belly, into your chest, and a sense of surrender and letting go. Another deep, full breath. Make it long, make it intense, and letting go. And with the last breath, having an intention of being in the present moment and letting go of all your thoughts here and now, just letting them melt into the earth, allow them to drift away from you, and using all your attention to stay connected in your body. Move with awareness, move mindfully. Take 1 more deep breath. As you bring your knees in towards your chest, you can open up your eyes. And as I pull my knees into my chest, I'm going to press my tailbone down. So make sure that you press your tailbone down. Secure your hips to the floor so we can get a nice stretch around the glutes. And then release. You're going to take the right leg and cross it over the left knee. Same thing, you're going to pull. You can either hold onto your thighs or onto your knees, your shins, and I'm going to pull to the center again, pressing my tailbone to the floor. Maybe a little bit of space comes off the floor in the lower back. I want you to really feel what is happening around your hips, maybe your right hip, maybe your left hip. It might be different, and maybe just rolling out the ankles, getting a bit of movement here. Deep breaths. So we'll all feel something different because our day and our life is different. So we're just feeling into our own bodies. Like my calves are really stiff. Maybe you can feel really tight hamstrings, glutes. And then we're going to change direction. So first, bring your knees into your chest, one squeeze here, a breath in as you cross the left leg over the right knee. And maybe you'll see a big difference here. Maybe you can't get your knees as close. One side is always slightly different to the other. Again, pulling the knees in towards your chest and then pressing the tailbone down. No need to overstretch, no need to overtense. You got to just go into every single movement very slowly. And if you're relaxed and you are flexible, you can take it further. But there's no need to overdo it. Rotating the ankles, at least 5 circles in each direction. I have clicks in my ankles. And then release the feet up towards the sky. Reach your hands up towards the sky. I'm pushing into the heels of my feet. Hands reaching up. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, lift your chest. Lift your shoulders off the floor. And reach your hands past your hips. Pressing the lower back down to the floor. And trying to stay there for another 2 breaths. Try to draw your belly towards your spine. And then release. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock your hips from side to side. Maybe take it in a nice circle. And try to focus on the core here. That the core is holding your spine nice and firm on the floor. That you're not rocking your entire torso side to side. It's just the knees. But everything, my trunk, is stable on the ground. You could even put your hands out like this. So elbows wide and holding onto your side in each hand. And then just taking the knees in a nice big circle. That feels really good. Extend your legs up, pushing into your heels. If you cannot do this, obviously your hamstrings will be tight. So just bend your knees, do your best. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, roll the shoulders off. I'm trying to reach my hands like I'm trying to grab some chocolate past my hips. So staying here for 2 more breaths, pulling the belly down towards the spine and trying to stay relaxed. And then exhale, release. We're going to take the right leg again. So left foot on the floor. And we're going to just cross the ankle this time. So instead of taking the whole knee over, we're just crossing the ankle over the knee. And then we're going to have our hands out to the side, or you can even be in a T position. And we're going to take the legs to the left side. So we're going to draw the knees all the way down, coming into a twist. Take a deep breath. And exhale back. We're going to go all the way over to the right side. And we'll do it again. Inhale, center, exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to the center. And exhale, twist your legs to the right. Keep your toes flexed. Inhale, center. Exhale, one side, left side. Inhale back to the center. And exhale to the right side. Come back to center. Change legs. Right leg down, left ankle on the outside of the right leg. Take a deep breath in. We're going to go towards the right hand side first. Exhale to the right. Nice spinal twist. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Keep your toes slightly lifted and engaged. Inhale back to the center. Exhale. You can look in the opposite direction of the way your legs are going. Inhale and exhale. And we'll do one more on each side. So inhale, right side. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center, hug your knees into your chest. Press the tailbone down, and maybe you can feel a little bit more length being created in the glutes, because maybe your knees can come a little bit closer towards you. And then we're going to rock forward and back, keeping the spine in a nice C curve and rocking all the way up to seated. So I'll just face you. We're going to do a little bit of mobility. So you're going to take your feet wider than your hips. You can even take it a little bit wide if you have long legs. And we're going to drop the knees from side to side, just opening up into the hips. So you're going to go to the left first. So it's a bit of a twist as well towards the left, coming into an SC. So again, just flexing your toes, making sure that your both legs are at a nice clean L angle, and that the hip in front of you, for me now it's my left hip, that hip is, that the knee is in line with my hip. And then I'm going to fold forward, keeping my toes flexed, rolling up the spine. Inhale, exhale, fold forward, gazing at my belly as I roll up. Inhale. I'm inhaling at the top. Exhale, forward. Rolling spinal wave, one vertebra at a time, stacking the spine, and exhale, fold forward. Fingertips pressing into the floor to help lift me away from the floor. And then I'm going to come back to center, flex the toes up. And then again, once I'm here, I'm just looking for a nice 90-degree angle, making sure my knee is in line. And if you cannot reach the floor here, you're going to use some books, some blocks, or even a water bottle. Just anything that gives you a little bit of a lift. You can also bring your hands closer towards you. So there's always, you need to find your variation. Okay, so you're going to breathe in. Exhale, look forward. As you fold forward, flex both feet, gaze at your belly. Keep your chin drawing in towards your chest as you lift up. Look forward, inhale. Pull yourself forward in your fingertips. Gaze towards your belly as you fold one vertebra on top of the next. We'll do two more. Fold forward. Rolling wave up the spine. Inhale at the top. Exhale, fold. And then come back to center. And we're going to go to Baddha Konasana. So you're going to base your feet together, knees wide. And we're going to hold on to our feet this time. So you're going to interlace your fingers, and you're going to hold the base of your toes, and you're going to push your toes into your hands, and your elbows, you're going to press them down either onto the inner shin or into the inner thigh. So I'm going to lean forward because my legs are so wide, I need to lean further forward. Maybe your inner thighs are very tight, and your knees might be high, so you don't have to lean as far forward as I am. So I'm going to lean forward and press my elbows into my inner thighs, maybe walking my elbows a little bit further out. And then you're going to look down, inhale. Exhale, look up. Two more. Inhale, look down, breathe into the lower back and the neck. Exhale. Inhale, look down. And exhale. Okay, cross your ankles, shift your weight onto your knees and your hands, coming to our 4-point base. And my hair is going loose. Okay. Coming into your 4-point base. So coming into your 4-point base here, we're going to move through a couple of rounds of cat and cow. So you're going to lower the belly. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades and my lats towards my hips. Inhale. Exhale. I'm looking at my hands, making sure my hands are shoulder width apart, not too close, not too wide. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, round, press into the floor. Inhale, gaze forward and up. Exhale, round into your back. We're going to add some movement this time. So you're going to lift your hips, sit back, round your tailbone, shift forward. Lift your hips, gaze forward, inhale, shift your weight back. Exhale, round your tailbone so all the air expels naturally. Inhale, lift, lots of length in the belly, lots of oxygen, sit back. Exhale, round forward. And then once we're here, we're going to tuck the toes under. So again, just looking for a nice alignment before I push up, that my hands are shoulder width apart. And sometimes this takes intention every single time you come into a 4-point base or moving from your 4-point base. Tuck your toes under, push your hips up, and I want you to push yourself from the shoulders being above your wrists to shoulders being at an angle. So we start off with bent legs because most people's hamstrings are very tight. And I want you to draw your belly towards your thighs. So you're trying to close the gap between your belly and your thighs. Check my video out, Downward Facing Dog. Lots of very good detail there. And then if your belly can stay close to your thighs, you can straighten out your leg for a nice full Downward Facing Dog. The right leg is going to step to the outside of the right hand, and the left leg is going to step to the outside of the left. So you're going to come into a squat. Shift around in your squat. Make sure that your feet are not too close here. The common mistake is when your feet are too close that you can't get your heels down. We are not in a tiptoe pose. Okay, so you're going to take your feet as wide as possible, get your heels down. If your heels are not down, it's probably because your calves are really tight. Maybe you're a runner or a cyclist. So pressing into the inner thighs. Take a deep breath in here. You're going to finger stand. So now I'm not concerned how far my hands are apart. Finger stand, place your fingers down. Straighten out your legs and get your hips up towards the sky. Toes are pointing slightly out to the side. And then we're going to bring the toes to the center. Rise up, come onto the balls of the foot, heels to the center, until your big toes are touching and your heels are slightly apart. We're going to come into awkward chair. So you're going to have a fist between your hands. If that's not comfortable, obviously you can always go to something that's more comfortable, which is hip distance apart. But for me, I'm going to just go with my toes touching. And you're going to sit your hips back. You're trying to get your hips nice and low, 90 degrees, as low as possible. The only thing is I want to see my toes. I want to see my toes over my knees, and I want to lift my upper body as high as possible. And I'm going to look forward. Keep the elbows in and the hips stay exactly where they are. We're only going to roll the upper body. So you're going to fold forward with your chest lifted, gazing forward. Look at your belly, round your upper back. Move your spine up towards the ceiling as you lift up, but keep your chin down until your arms are fully straight. And then again, fold forward. I know it's challenging. Chin towards your chest, roll up the spine, stacking your vertebra. Inhale at the top. Exhale, fold forward with a flat back. Rolling up the spine. Last one. Inhale at the top. Exhale, fold forward. Straighten out your legs. Then maybe move your feet a little bit further apart here. Just take a little sway from side to side. Option to keep the knees bent. And then slowly stacking the spine, rolling up one vertebra at a time. We're going to circle the arms at the top. We're going to take a sword mudra. Okay. We're going to take that sword behind us, bend your knees, squeeze your glutes to protect your back. And then we're going to cactus the arm. We're going to go into a swan dive. Forward fold, reaching into your fingertips. Place your hands flat on the ground. And we're going to work into a crow pose. So you're going to get your knees to the back of your triceps. Try not to get your knees on the outside. They need to be just at the back. So if they slide off, try to keep them. I know it's a very deep tissue feeling, so just try to pour weight into the back of your triceps, and you don't have to go all the way. So you're going to spread your hands wide, again shoulder width apart, and bring your knees to the back of your triceps. You're going to bend your elbows, and you're going to look forward at the floor, and all you're doing is you're going to shift your weight through the triceps into your hands. Try to get the palm of your hands flat. If you want to go for it, you can lift up your feet, bring your feet down, position your hands to step back, right leg, left leg coming into your high plank, bring the knees down, and slowly moving from upper plank to low plank. Hands underneath the shoulders, squeeze the elbows in, and we're going to go into a little bit of a high cobra. Breathe in, press yourself up and move to a child's pose. How does that feel? Hope it's feeling amazing. Just coming back to your breath. Just feeling the stability of the ground. Relax your elbows, your face, your armpits, your forehead, your jaw. Take some delicious deep breaths in and out. And then coming back onto your hands and knees. We're actually going to run through that sequence one more time. Okay. So tuck your toes under. Push your hips up, downward facing dog. And optional to straighten out the legs, but make sure that the lower back doesn't round. Okay? So if your lower back is rounding, it means that your hamstrings are too tight. So rather keep your knees bent with a slight lift in the heels. So this time we're going to take the left foot. Left foot steps forward to the outside of the left hand. Right foot steps forward to the outside of the right hand. You're going to sink your hips down and come into your squat. Press into the inner thighs. Finger stand, place your fingers down, hips up, straighten out your legs. Bring your heels together, heel toe your feet together. Option to go wide or narrow. Bend your knees, hands to your knees. So already here we're like in a forward fold. So you're going to start rolling up, straighten out your arms. Inhale at the top, look forward, exhale, spinal roll down. Spinal roll up. Inhale at the top, straightening out your arms. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to do one more. Rolling wave as you rise and present yourself in life. Exhale, fold forward. Straighten out the legs. Bend your knees, rolling up the spine. Take your sword mudra, gazing at the back. Swan dive, forward fold, arms to the side. And finding our little baby crow. So hands flat, knees to the back of the triceps, shift, just get a feeling for it. Okay, the more you balance on your wrists, the stronger they will get. Step the right leg back, left leg back. Maybe keep your knees off this time. Palankasana, all the way to low plank. Hands underneath the shoulders, and we'll just do a full upward facing dog. Remember not to overextend your elbows. And then shift your hips back, child's pose. Maybe you want to cross the elbows and base your head on your forearms or on a block. And just take a couple of deep, enjoyable breaths. Feeling that expansion into the lower back. Just let yourself go completely as a way of grounding your energy. As you let go, your body is restored, letting go of the old so that the new energy can come in and motivate you and give you that fresh perspective. Coming back onto your hands and knees. We're just going to come actually to a kneeling position, and we're going to tuck the toes under. You're going to tuck your toes under, and you're just going to sit down on your feet for a moment, stretching out the base of your feet, elevating through the crown of your head. Bring your chin nice and level to the floor, so I'm really lengthening into the back of my neck. And if you don't give your feet a lot of time to walk barefoot, this might be quite challenging, but a very good exercise for sure. And then we're going to come to laying on our backs. And then you can just bring your feet wide and your knees together and close your eyes, place your hands over your belly, lengthen the back of your neck by drawing your chin in towards your chest, feeling a sense of grounding in the lower back. Take a deep breath in and full exhale. Another deep breath in and full exhale. We'll just do a little bit of breath work here, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Find your natural breath. Notice sensations in your body, running down the arms and the legs. Paying attention to the weight your body is releasing to gravity. Allow yourself to become soft in the shoulders, the ankles, the hips, making sure that you are not holding your body in any way, that you are just releasing and letting go and feeling the life force energy running through your veins, feeling your breath and feeling a sense of total peace right here, right now, like nothing else exists, only this moment. Maybe taking a moment here to practice gratitude, practicing gratitude for anything in your life. Sometimes we overlook the small things in life. Take another deep breath in and letting go. And just rolling over onto your right hand side or left hand side, pressing yourself up. And just coming to a seated posture. Just keeping the eyes closed for a moment. Feeling your body position in space. Again, bringing attention and awareness to the temperature and the space around your body, the way you feel in space, the sounds of your environment. Bring your hands to heart center, just bowing your chin towards your chest, gently opening the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this session for overthinking has really helped you. So it's not only about like a single session. You will feel in this single session, what you will feel is a moment of peace from overthinking, because you're listening to my voice and I'm giving you guidance, telling you what to do. And that helps take your attention away from what you would normally be doing. So if you give your attention to something and by mistake it runs off, the practice is to just continually bring your attention back to what you want to focus on. And I'm sure that when you are in the moment, you are able to really think clearly about what you're working on. But when you are not focused on anything, your mind tends to be focused on everything else. So your attention really matters in terms of overthinking. And overthinking can allow you to express a lot of, or lose a lot of energy. And sometimes you'll be thinking about something that you don't want to think. If that's the case, click on my school link below and we can work through problems like this, because I've overcome many challenges of overthinking and having my mind and my attention on the wrong thing. And I've learned over the years, over 20 years, how to go through different transitions in my life, work challenges, home life challenges, and how to bring your attention back exactly where you want it to be, so that this overthinking is not becoming exhausting. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Hope that you will not be overthinking much today. You shouldn't be. You should be totally focused and grounded in the moment. Thank you so much, and see you soon.